Teams, just go back since I just started recording. There is files up top. Files is where you're gonna have your login information, videos. I'm gonna move Mr. Williams' video there. I video chatted with Mr. Williams just a little bit yesterday. So we're gonna put it there in the videos, your sign-ins, and then I put an assignment. So I'll talk about a little science experiment I'm gonna do in a minute, and then a little assignment that you guys can do at home. I'll talk about that once I go over science. Class notebook and assignments on these two tabs I'm not using at the current time. I did put my website, so you can go to site here if it doesn't load. So just go to sites, click on that. This video isn't working right now, so don't worry about that video right now. I'll be adding and taking away some tabs. So there's just a brief little intro to navigating Teams, the team website. I will allow questions if you have questions. Anyone have any questions? Banana's not a question. Hey, Cash. Dun, dun, dun. All right, doesn't look like I see anything that you guys are concerned about right this second. So I'll go ahead and move on to a little bit of math. So in IXL, just make sure you, as it loads, sign in. That's the biggest thing. Sign in the username and password. Again, under files, you can find your username and password for IXL. Most of them is your first name, last name, and 148. And then your password is Gray 2019.
Okay.
Feel free to ask me any questions. I can be in chat with you guys to answer those questions. Daisy, can you mute your microphone, please? Thank you.
Can you even hear me?
Yes, Kaden, I believe. Yep. All right, so that's IXL just real quick. Remember, we're still reviewing 3 concepts. Volume, units of measurement. I'm gonna go and meet you guys again. So we're gonna do units of measurement. We're doing line plots, and we're doing volume. So I'm gonna just show you real quick what I can do if it allows me. Oh, it's not gonna allow me with this right now. Oh yeah, well, I'll do this. All right, so I'm gonna go on whiteboard. So this, I can write in little questions for you. Just a little review. If it lets me. All right, just a little review. You guys know how to calculate area. So if something's wrong with it. All right, so if we have area of 2 and 2, just times 2 times 2, your area is 4.
Oh.
Just remember, sometimes you have to problem solve. You might get a shape like this. You have to find the area for this, which was 2 and 2. And then you might have 2 here. You still have to figure out what this is. Let's say this is 1. So this is 1. So you just add up that area plus this area. The same thing with volume if you have missing things. Please don't draw if you're not me. We don't need the other shapes right now. All right, so that's just for area. You might have to, you do the same thing with volume. If you're missing something, you have to figure it out. So this is 1 right here might not be written, but you can look at this number, the 2 up top, to figure out what this number is, the missing number there. So we're gonna be still working on the volume. We're still looking at the graphs and the conversions, unit of measurement. All right, let me go back to sharing screen. All right, a couple other things I'm going to be doing is a school-wide challenge. The school-wide challenge is going to be of a Rube Goldberg machine. So that I will show at the very end and go over that. And also I'm going to be cooking, doing some science experiments with some teachers, some guests, and then you guys can do it at home if you want. So that will be something that will be coming out next week as well. So I do have other things I'm gonna have for competitions and little experiments. Now for science, I wanted to, let me go on my video. All right, I'm gonna go on my video. All right, hey Caden. All right, so for this week, I'm gonna be doing a simple rubber egg experiment. So I have 2 eggs. We are gonna be going still over body systems. So this is a good experiment for body systems. That I'm gonna be making the rubber eggs. I'm gonna put them into a container, and then I'm gonna put vinegar in, cover it completely with vinegar. The biggest mistake people have is they just leave it in vinegar one time, but you really should be changing out the vinegar. So after 1 day, I'm gonna go ahead and dump out the vinegar. So it's just simple stuff you can do at home. Just make sure vinegar is very stinky. So you might want to do it near a window or something like that, so you can open up the window, let air out. But I'm going to be putting the egg in the vinegar. After 7 days, it will be rubber, and then you should be able to squish it. But so after 1 day, though, I'm going to be changing out the vinegar. But one thing I did want to show you guys, as I'm trying to get my screen to be full screen, which for some reason I can't. But I wanted to show you that on this one. Hey, Adrina. Good to see that you guys. I'm going to go ahead and mute you, though. So, but I taped this, so if you miss anything, it's not a big deal. You can check it up in a little bit, okay? All right, so I just muted you. The last person to speak is always the one that shows up on the screen. So if you don't want to see your stuff, you can just press the little camera off button if you want. Also, for messaging me, any questions, just click on the little message tab, and you guys can show up over here. But for units of measurement, my challenge this week for you guys is to find as many tools that you have that have more than 1 unit of measurement. So on this, I don't know if you can see it, but it has ounces and it also has cups. So 1 full cup up here is the same as 8 ounces. So see if you can find other tools throughout your house that has more than 1 unit of measurement, and you can post it on the files. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you where I'm gonna have you post it.
Hello.
On my team page, on the files, I've already listed it here. How many tools of unit of measurement can you do? So just click on that. You might be able to type into it just as it is, or you might have to download it. But I'm hoping you can just type in it as it is and just type out what other tools you can think of besides a measuring cup. You can put measuring cup if you want to, around your house that you can have more than 1 unit of measurement. For body systems next week, we're going to be doing a project where you're going to make a PowerPoint of 1 body system. So I will be posting all the details on that for next week. If you have already completed all the assignments, great. But go ahead and on this. Go ahead and read DK Find Out, do one of the other assignments, Prodigy. That's all fine if you're done for this week. I still have kids not logged in yet, so I don't want to push out too many assignments until everyone has logged in. Any questions up to this point? You feel free to unmute and ask me, or you can type into the chat box.
Who's the bunny?
It should be Audrina's bunny.
No, that's mine.
Oh, Caden's bunny, okay.
No, that's not Caden.
Caden's, yeah, okay, I see it. Caden over here.
Why do you have a bunny in your house?
I got it from Disney.
Noise.
I know, right?
Wait, let me get this thing.
What are we supposed to do?
I have a dog.
Oh my gosh.
What the heck is a shark too? What is that?
I got one more too. Hold up.
Matthew,
Please.
All right, let's do questions now, guys.
boy.
We can show those little adorable little things later. Right now, questions.
Yay. I don't have a question.
I thought this was
No
a school
questions?
essay, not
Wait, isn't
kidding.
100,000?
What are we supposed to work on?
All right. So
John.
what we're working on, my website. So let me go ahead and share.
John.
I'm about to share my desktop.
All right. So my website has all these assignments though. You can click on. They have links for the IXL assignments, self-study assignments.
No.
I'm gonna mute you while I'm talking.
Oh. Oh, fire. Post fire.
All right, so for assignments, my website still iagray.weebly.com. You have your math for IXL, social studies, Freckle. So go to freckle.com. Login information is under my files. So if you go to Teams, you go to my team sites, files, sign in, has all your sign in information. That's
Okay.
Freckle if you don't have your Freckle sign in stuff there. And then the Nearpod codes are also on my website. So that's what we're working on for this week. Just this stuff. We still have students not logged in, so just let them catch up. If you're done, you can always read. You can work on other things. Khan Academy, you can go at your own speed. Any of that kind of stuff is fine. But for my challenge, I'm going to have a school-wide challenge. The challenge is going to be making a Rube Goldberg machine, so I'll have more information about that if it goes up.
Hello?
It's my computer's stopped working for a second. All right, let me mute everyone again.
No.
And all right, so this is the Rube Goldberg machine. This is what I want you guys to build as a challenge. We'll have something going on at school for it, and you guys can possibly win something. I haven't heard all the details yet. Come on. All right. So here's the longest Rube Goldberg machine.
Williams, David, please.
So it's using lots of separate machines.
I don't see anything.
What are we supposed to
You still don't see anything?
I
We don't see. I can't see anything.
All I see is EG.
Yeah, we see EG.
I can't.
EG.
All right, I'm sharing.
It's an
Hey,
egg.
on
Mr. Gray's an
what are
egg.
we doing?
All right, here you go.
There we go.
Oh,
What is
cool.
that?
I'll start back at the beginning. 1 second.
We're supposed to make that?
This is bad quality.
You can. A smaller one, not like this, not this huge. Something smaller. I'll have a challenge up.
We have to make that?
Something much smaller, not this big.
Oh, I can do that though. It's easy. Just give it a big
Matthew, I saw your home screen.
What?
I saw your home screen.
I know.
What the heck, Matthew?
What?
Why?
Who sees my bear?
All right, Peyton, really slow.
Everybody. Peyton just keeps unmuting himself. You're muted, Peyton.
All right, well, the video is pausing halfway through, so I'll go ahead and stop that.
Hey, weren't we like supposed to wear like our
Hey,
school
Caitlin, I see you.
What?
All right, so,
Hi.
all right, so the stuff is kind of glitchy still this morning. I'm gonna look at any questions over here.
Matthew.
Yep, he's the last one to talk.
Oh crap. Not me.
Yeah, there's Peyton.
Oh no. Oh no. No, it is paid.
Let me be on there.
All right, so I don't see any questions right now. Ed still wasn't able to get in.
Mr. Gray, how are we supposed to type question?
On the message thing here,
Never mind.
you click on that.
Oh.
So you move your mouse, and it should pop up this bar.
Mr. Gray, is the music concert canceled?
The concert,
Yeah, the music concert, is it canceled? I think
Yes,
it's
all
canceled.
concerts are
as of right now,
canceled.
everything
You have to
is
be like
on
6
hold.
feet away
Yeah.
from somebody.
There.
Why is everyone muted?
Mm-hmm. That's normal. Wow. See it. That's for the video. What's it say?
Yay.
That's for the. That's not mine.
All right, so just to go over a little bit of the egg vinegar stuff I was talking about, there's some big words I want you guys to know. You're gonna have to go over these a lot more in middle school, but diffusion. So diffusion
Should you be taking notes? I don't need to.
is movement of molecules from an area of higher concentration to an area of lower concentration. So this is like perfume going out. It's very high concentration when you first open it up. You can smell it very strongly, and then it diffuses throughout the whole room. So you still can smell it, but it's not nearly as strong as when you first open it up. That's because it's highly concentrated in that container, and then it diffuses throughout the room. Diffusion in water is called osmosis. So whenever you put food coloring in water, that's an example of osmosis. That's because the food coloring can mix with the water, and it usually goes through a semi-permeable membrane. It means like the eggshell, some things can go in it and some things can't. Just like your skin, some things can go in it and some things can't. So the dart frog actually oozes out its poison, and its outer skin allows the poison to go out. If you touch dart frog, the poison actually can go on your fingers. So that skin allows some things in and out, so it's semi-permeable. Just like your skin is. It allows air in and your sweat out. So your epidermis, again, is your skin. So the amphibians are wet skin, so the moisture helps cool them off, but it still allows some things in and out. So just like a filter, you can put colored water through a filter and trap some things. That is also semi-permeable, just like your cells allows some things in, like blood and water, help move throughout your body. It's semi-permeable. Your lungs, your heart are semi-permeable. It allows some things in, allows other things not to get in. So those are all key words for your bodies, but also for eggs for vinegar.
Camden, move.
There's some people still talking. But that's pretty much all I have today. It's just some introduction stuff. I'm going to do some small videos for instruction, add them on. Again, those will be found under the files. I will put instruction videos under there. So
Mr. Gray,
yes.
can we do the egg and vinegar thing?
Can you do the egg and vinegar? Yes, I'll show it 1 second.
All right.
Oh no, no, no.
Like where you had Mr. Gray's stuff.
All right, so right now I just have the eggs. I haven't put the vinegar in it yet. So I'll update it every couple of days to show you. So just the eggs, I have a measuring cup. I'm going to put it in. And then I will show you every couple of days what it looks like. Again, you can put vinegar in it if you want to do it on your own. And then after a day, clean it up and put new vinegar in it. And then you have to wait 6 days. Any other questions, concerns?
How many eggs are you using again?
I'm actually using 2 because I have a boiled egg and a raw egg. I just want to see the difference between the boiled and the raw. I actually have 2 eggs I'm doing. So you can or 2 if it's up to you.
You could have done 2 different brands of vinegar. Let's see
You
what's
can
the
do
worst.
it. You want to do more like a magic experiment? Yes, you can do it as 2 different brands of vinegar.
Hi, Maddie. Hi.
You bring it over for the whole class?
How does it work?
What? Vinegar in the egg?
Yeah.
All right, so the egg is semi-permeable, so it allows some things in, and the vinegar is actually going to break down the eggshell. But the eggshell is going to break down where it's still rubber. It's not going to be totally gone. So we'll go over more of that as we go through the mix.
So you're only using vinegar, nothing else?
Nothing else. So it's just 2 eggs in a container, and then pour the vinegar on it. Again, vinegar is very. Make sure you put it in a spot where it can stink up a little bit.
Boil the egg first.
Did you say
Those to test it against.
We have Darth Vader evidently here. Hey, Deanna, you got a question?
Are you sure
No.
it's fake?
Daisy, you had another question?
Yes, are you sure the eggs aren't fake?
My eggs are not fake. You can try with your own eggs and see what happens as well.
Are you sure?
I didn't see it come from a chicken, but I think it's not fake. I've been eating them from the same chicken, so.
Try throwing it on the floor.
That was early in the year. This is not my school classroom. I'm not gonna do it on my floor. Time anyway, maybe later.
What if the eggs go rotten?
It's just gonna be a week, so the vinegar will make it smell, but it's not gonna go rotten.
Mr. Gray, does one have to be boiled and the other have to be raw?
No, I'm just doing it just to see the difference. So if you want to do a raw egg, just one of them. That's fine.
Are you going to eat the eggs?
Yeah.
I am not gonna eat the egg. No.
Unless you want some real vinegar.
You change it
Mr. Gray.
6 days later, you change the vinegar out again. You need to ask him.
You change the vinegar out for hours. So the next day you want to change it out, and you only change it out once. So then you can keep it in the same vinegar for 6 days after that.
How long is this video thing going to last?
I'm about done, I think, unless people have other questions. I'm not gonna crack them right now.
Wait, I have a question.
What?
Hold up.
You like
What if you don't have eggs?
If you found a bone in your yard from your dog or something, anything with calcium would work actually.
Okay.
So you can try that thing. All right, don't forget, you can privately chat me if you have a question.
Oh, Mr. Gray. Yes,
Over
I have
here
a
in the
question.
chat, find me, and then you can chat with me.
Wait, Mr. Gray.
Yeah, I'm not done yet. What?
I have a question. So
Yep.
how are we still going to go into 6th grade when we come back, or are we
Yes.
staying? Oh, we are.
So right now, the state of Florida governor actually said that every kid can meet the
Mr. Gray,
grade,
can you
fifth
mute
grade.
people? I
Yes,
can't.
Yeah. Mute
He
me.
needs to mute every.
All right, the governor has stated that everyone is moving on to the next grade unless the parents decide they want to hold them back. So the only way that someone can get held back is if the parents decide and tell the teacher in the school that they want the
Mr.
kid held back.
Gray.
But as of right now, everyone's going forward. No one had F's the first 3 9 weeks anyway, so you guys are going to pass anyway. But you cannot be held back by the teachers right now. That's what the governor has stated.
Mr. Gray.
Yes,
What about the FSA?
there is no FSA this year.
No F.
They have canceled it for everybody in the state of Florida.
Well, that's fun.
So,
That's so bad.
Are there any questions?
Yes. Yes.
all right, I'm going to mute you real quick. Just if you have a question, unmute yourself. We have a few more people on that's
I
background.
want to talk.
I can't
I want
hear.
to be on the screen. I want to be that.
All right, so unmute yourself if you have a question.
How do they choose our classes?
How do you choose your classes
Grades?
for next year? There should be, hopefully we'll be back at school by the end of the year, so you have it then. But if not, there'll be a message or something going in the mail or email to everybody about picking the classes.
Mr. Gray, is there going to like what about our previous grades for the end of the 9 weeks? Are we going to get our prizes for next year? Like our award?
I haven't been told that. I'll try to find out for you.
All right.
But I know report cards are gonna get emailed out this early next week, and then I haven't heard about all the certificates, any of that stuff yet. So once I
Okay.
find out, I'll let you know.
Camden asked me, why do I have so much stuffed animals?
I don't know. You're trying to compete with Madeline, I guess. I don't know.
What?
Said I'm hungry.
All right, so if you're good, I will go ahead and end it here in a little bit. Don't forget that Miss Otero is going to also chat with you guys at 10 o'clock. And then feel free to chat with me or post things if you have questions, but try not to put so much stuff on the post page. No
Hey,
weapons.
Mr. Gray,
Make sure it is school appropriate.
is there any way you can let us FaceTime the kids FaceTime each other, or is there?
Right now, it's not enabled. I don't have access to that, so I can see if they're allowed with you guys. But I think you're able to chat with multiple people at once, so you can add a group chat if you want to in the chat section. I
No,
think.
I'm gonna like talk.
How do you
I don't know how to add a group chat. That's hard. I tried to, but it didn't work.
I can do it by clicking on chats. I'll click on Caden.
Okay.
Mr. Gray.
Add people over. Or I'm not sharing it. 1 second. I'll share it 1 second.
Mr. Gray.
What do I do?
I'm sharing it 1 second. All right, so for me, I can click on the chat. I can click on the person. So I'm with Caden here. Over here on the right-hand side, I
We
can
don't see
click on.
anything. We can't see anything.
I shared.
Hello.
All right, here we go.
Hello.
You didn't say Caden up top?
Yes, it's Caden.
All right, so you can click over here, add people. And then that's how you can add people to your chats. Originally, if you look on the post, you can click on the person's name and then put, I'll show you on my teams.
I wanna talk and be on the screen.
All right, so on the post,
Yeah.
I can click on someone's name
Yes.
and I can start a conversation with them. If it lets me, it's frozen.
Mr. Gray.
Yes.
Why is the screen frozen?
How much
It's
longer?
Damn, that's what
I'm gonna
noise.
unshare.
Your microphone on the floor.
Why is there so much noise?
I can't tell you.
Mr. Gray, somebody's blowing
There
into
is
the mic.
people have unmuted their.
Stop blowing.
Oh my
Oh my
god, what is that noise?
Stop.
Mr. Gray.
All right, so if we're good, I'm gonna go ahead and stop the chat, and then I'll post this if you guys want to reference it later, and then we can chat with you guys if you have any questions. And I'll put on some lessons.
Oh wait, I have one more question.
Go ahead, Daisy.
Mr. Gray, are we going to, when we're all having a live class FaceTime thing, is there any way that Mr. Williams is going to come on so we can actually talk to
I
him?
added him to our group. That is my plan. Yes,
Okay.
Coronavirus.
as a student, so you can do that. Yes.
Do we
Yes.
have any work to work on?
The assignments are on my website. IAGradeWeebly.com. If you finish those, you can always go to DK Find Out. You can read something on Myon. You can go on MobiMax. I'm not going to put any more assignments for this week.
Does Mr. Williams have coronavirus?
Mr. Williams does not. There's been no cases on that base yet.
They're not allowed
Okay.
to leave. They're not allowed to
Is
be
the call
outside.
done yet?
Yes, the call is done. Feel free to reach out to me if you have any other questions.
We can hang up now.
I'm hanging up, yes.
All right, peace.
Bye.
Bye, Maddie. Bye, Bren.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye, Maddie. Bye, Bren.
Do we end the call?
Bren. Can you hear me, Bren?
She probably muted herself.
Who's talking right now?
Me, Madison.
Oh, hey, Maddie.
Hi.
Vienna,
What?
can you come over?
No.
Aww. Hi,
Bye.
Kennedy.
Hi. For some reason, I really want to laugh right now.
Relax. No one's stopping you.
I already laughed, but I still